pretty cool that this tent can just like tuck in. Take you for a walk down to the edge. Nice and tidy. Well, I'm all packed up. The reason I've got the camera on here is because I've got the drone in the camera pod, which adds to weight. Onwards and upwards, right? I'm a bit lighter going back today because I don't have the water, and I don't have what I ate for dinner last night, which has a bit of weight because it's got the water in it, right? So a bit lighter going back. On my trip up here, I took my Whippa backpack to Summit Gear to have the side pockets redone. When I bought it, I don't believe it was as advertised. When I was doing my research, I looked at a guy who's based in Tasmania. His name escapes me right now, but he did a review on the pack, and it definitely had pockets that sloped up. But what I found was my bottles were falling out. Oh, come on. Take my pack off because I've lost my water bottle. Yeah, it was just quite annoying. So I've asked them to redo it. Since my pack came out, they've improved the design, which has the slopey pockets. But what I'd love is to have a long pocket on the left side for tripods and tall bottles and that sort of thing, and then the slopey pocket on the right side. So this is my first trip with the Durston Kakwa 55, and all in all it seems like a good pack. I don't think it's meant to carry what I'm carrying, because yesterday my shoulders got pretty sore. I think I had the load lifters adjusted. I think I over adjusted them in the beginning. So it's a 90 litre, the Wollemi, the Whippa pack. And my thought around it was, because it was a roll top, you could get it down to 60 litres. So I thought it would be one pack for all situations. My problem was there's room in there, I just fill it up. I bought this pack in the hope that I would only be able to fit in it what I could fit in it. And to some extent that's worked, but I'm still over 20 kgs. And that's largely to do with the drone and the 3 batteries, which are quite big and heavy, and the 3 litres of water. Oh no, that didn't last long. Morning. I don't know if it's just because this pack is new, but the side pocket that's got the water bottle in it, once I get it out, I just can't get it back in again without taking the pack off, which is quite frustrating. Fortunately, I've got this pocket here. I think in future I'll just put a smart water bottle. Also, when this ran out of water, butting up against this tripod and kept popping out of the pocket. But yeah, no one really carries a tripod there. This tripod serves for both my GoPro around camp, but also the ZV one when I do the walk-by shots. When I've got it short and low, I can just use that. It's easy to get to. I don't have to get into my pack.
I'm gonna get in your shot.
It's okay. I've done the shot, so
enjoy.
See ya. So I'm pretty sure I camped just there. Lovely breeze, cooling things down a bit. Normally when this road is open, you can park here, which cuts 2.5 k's out of the trip. Surprised at how many joggers there are. This old lady, she was jogging. She looked like she was in her 70s, fit as anything. Had 2 walking poles, but not like walking sticks, like running walking sticks. Morning.
Did you camp?
Yeah.
Isn't it nice at night?
Yes, it was actually. I'm back. Borrowed a push bike. Thanks Mush for the pushy, making the trip a bit easier. So I can confirm you can wear Kakwa 55 while riding a mountain bike. What I'd recommend though is that you don't fill it all the way to the top, so the roll top can be below the helmet line, because it pushes your head forward a little bit. Bushfire over in the distance. In the left pocket I've got the 2 drone batteries. There's another battery in the drone. I've got 2 of the Sony batteries and another Sony battery in the camera, and then I've got my GoPro batteries. So there's plenty of room. I like the pockets on this better than the Wollemi. In this side I've got electrolytes, an energy bar, torch, that's to put water into this, phone mount for tripod, GoPro, power bank, and then I've got my Zippo lighter and a knife. So I actually reckon these straps are a bit thin for my liking, but if the pack, I guess, is carrying the load that it's designed for, then it's probably sufficient. I'm carrying more than probably what you should. I did find though that there was less rubbing on my shoulder this time. Last time I was wearing a singlet, and I think the seam of the singlet was rubbing, so I tried without a singlet, was better. I was a bit annoyed by this thing hanging out, and then I just realised I'll just lengthen that, and then so I probably just didn't have it set up right. The thing I really like about the Wollemi in here has like a plastic skeleton that curves this way, and it really holds the shape of the bag. This doesn't have anything there, it's just got the frame.
Good morning. It's pretty windy last night.
So I've got a nice little sheltered spot here, just see the tent. The tent's just up there. So I'm going to show how I pack my backpack. Okay, so I've got first aid, which has got a snake bite kit in it. Got my poop kit, which is got a wag bag in there, some wet wipes, toilet paper. I've got this trowel. I had to stick it in a little thing because it's so sharp, so that goes in there. Water filtration, and then Patagonia torrent shell in the top. So that's all just in there. This is a Cedar Summit evac compression sack. So this has got my quilt, pillow, pump and clothes. The thing that's good about this dry bag is that it's got this membrane on the top, so when you compress it, it squeezes out the air, whereas dry bags, because they're air and water type, you can't get them down enough. So this is the first thing that goes in the pack, right in the bottom. No one wants wet sleeping gear when you arrive on site. So next Got my sleeping pad, which is the Cedar Summit Etherlite XT. Go in there. So before that, I need to put my tent poles in. Tent poles are in. Stick my tent in next because it can compress next to the tent poles. My Nemu chair. And sit pad. Oh, one thing I forgot. This goes in the front pocket as well. This is my pee bottle, which is a knock water bottle that folds up. I just don't want to get out of the tent in the middle of the night if I have to go. Okay, next all my camera gear. This is a little Dyneema bag. I actually bought it on the way up when I popped into Summit Gear. So trying that out. I used to use a 5-litre dry bag for this. But this is kind of cool because I can kind of see through it and sort of see what I'm looking for. A Manfrotto tripod. The companion windbreak. Food and rubbish. Just my t-shirt and stuff that I need when I get back to the car. And then the cook system. And then just roll it up. One thing that I like about the Wollemi is that you can actually, instead of having to do that, you can also do it down like that, which is a really cool feature. Next, I'll clip on my mug. I really like having my mug on the outside. It's just a bit old school. It serves no practical purpose. So then I'll put my water bottle in there. I'll fill that up before I go. Actually, I'll fill it up now. Got a 1 litre stainless steel Nalgene style bottle and the fuel. Trekking poles. I didn't actually need to use them. I brought them just in case I need to prop the tent up and give it some more support. It's 23 at the moment. Got down to 12 last night. In the side here we've got a pocket which I've got my keys in, which works really well. Camera goes on there. And my Hyperlight camera pod just clips into this buckle. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I've got to take this off. So this normally goes in my dry bag with my quilt and stuff. You'll just have to go on the top of the backpack for now. Time to go. So the bike has been really good for the downhills and flat bits, but I've still been walking the uphill. It cut about an hour, I think, off my trip yesterday, which was good. The Whippa and the Durston are quite different packs. The Whippa carries weight better. I haven't felt the weight as much this time, I think because I improved the way I loaded. Not having the singlet made a difference. The Durston Kakwa 55 is definitely a great pack. Does everything that I needed to. Earlier I mentioned Whippa were disputing my claim that the pockets weren't as advertised. I don't know, perhaps their website just took a bit too long to catch up and I fell in that spot where they hadn't upgraded that at that point. I kind of assumed that a small boutique manufacturer could easily just provide customized solutions that a larger player couldn't. But I guess the reality is running a small business in Australia is not an easy thing, and you've got to balance providing a service with paying wages, and labor is expensive in Australia, plus our dollar is not competitive at all overseas. So to produce a product that is internationally competitive while maintaining wages and stuff is a really difficult line to draw. but you know, these products are Australian made. You know, the Durston model is quite different. So he designs, then manufacturing is outsourced. And I guess that keeps costs down. Dan's customer service is really good. When I've been chatting with the Summit Gear guys, you can tell they're just a bit under the pump, just trying to manage the demand of getting the product out with the staff that they have. So when I ordered my Wollemi, they make to order. It was a 6-week turnaround. And they were nice to me too. They got it done for me in the time that I requested, so that was helpful. But you know, with the Durston product, when they run out, you got to wait for the next batch to come in. So it's the same thing, I guess. I really hope that they do the pockets on my pack the way that I asked. I've said I'll pay for it. I guess I'm that picky customer that no one wants to deal with. We'll see in a future video how my pack turns out.